Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. This is Brian, and I am the cycle trainer for Starkey Hearing Technologies. And if you ever need cycle assistance, please either call Starkey and ask for technical support, or you also can email us at oms_support@starkey.com. And this is going to be video 4 of our 14 video series. In the previous video, we talked about creating patience. And in this particular video, we're going to talk about just creating a quick purchase. Maybe a patient walks in and they've never been in your office before and they just want to buy batteries, or maybe just want to get some hear clears or things of that nature. So now that we've already created a patient, and I created a patient named Al Moen, and maybe he walked in and just wanted to purchase batteries. All right. I'm going to talk about later on that if you need to buy hearing aids need to be associated with an appointment. But if they're just buying basic supplies, they don't need to have an appointment first. So I'm going to talk about appointments and those types of purchases later. But in this one, I'm just going to search for the patient. Again, I just had to type in the first initial and a couple of letters of the last name. And here he is. Okay. I'll click on Al Moen. And then from here, all I have to do is, if I want to add a purchase, I just click on this purchase link up here at the top. Again, hearing aids need to be associated with an appointment, but regular purchases do not. So I'm going to click on this purchase button. It's going to bring me to my purchase summary. And in here, it's going to have the patient information, and then anything that's on the invoice will be up here at the top, as well as the clinic and the different staff that he is with, as well as the date will be up at the top. There's a few other things down here below that I'm going to talk about later on. But to add information or add the different things to his particular purchase, you're going to do that down here at the bottom. And then you'll also note, as I've already said 3 times now, but it always helps to say again, the hearing aid purchases need to be associated with an appointment. That's why it doesn't say anything down here about add hearing aids. So let's say that this patient wants to buy batteries. I'm going to go back really quickly one more time. So you search for the patient. And I mentioned in one of the previous videos that if you go and you hover over these dots, this will tell you the battery size of their hearing aids. So you'll know right away what they need to purchase. Okay. I don't need to actually click on Al Moen. I can just go over to here to some of these quick links and click on purchase here as well. I click on purchase, open up my purchase summary, and then now if he wants to buy batteries, I can go down here where it says batteries add, and I can add that here. But again, you also can buy ear molds, if they need to purchase warranties, if they need to be sent in for repair, or a loan, or receivers, battery services, accessories, remotes, all that can be added right from here. So I'm going to click on batteries and add. So this will bring up a new screen for me. It's going to say battery purchase at the top. So I'm going to select the battery size that I want. So I want 312 batteries. And if you're new to the hearing profession, maybe you're a new PCC, or maybe you're an office manager and you haven't worked with hearing aids before, there are basically only 4 sizes that people are going to be using: the 10, 13, 312, and 675. They'll all be in here. So I'm going to select the 312. The brand, we're going to do a Starkey 8-pack. They're going to be $5 each. And then let's say that right now I have a deal going on for some batteries. So I'm going to say they're going to buy 3 batteries. Now, it will not give you the total unless you hit tab here. So make sure that when you put in the quantity, you hit tab. And then if you want to, you also can do any type of discounts. Now, discounts need to be added through the administrator. And so if you're the administrator, you can always add those. But if it's not in here, you're going to want to talk to your office administrator. So I'm going to do add discount because I want to do my buy 2, get 1 free sale. So buy 2 batteries, get 1 free. I click on this. Then I'm going to put in here the discount amount. I want to just discount this $5. I click tab, and now you can see it was $15, and now it's going to be $10 here. I'll keep the purchase date right here. And if this does have to do anything with insurance, the CPT box, I can look that up. In this case, it does not. Right. From here, I just go ahead and click on save. That's going to add these batteries right to my purchase summary. And also you'll note that at the top in red it says you have unsaved changes. So as of right now, I haven't really created this invoice until I hit save. And so you always can just click or close out of this invoice if you did this by accident and maybe you made a mistake before you save it, and then that way it won't be an invoice for you. But since I did this correctly and I can see all the information here, I'm going to go ahead and click on save. Now the information, this invoice has now been created, and you can also tell that because it says print over here on the right hand side. All right. If you want to, any type of purchases, you can create an invoice that you can give to the patient by clicking on print right here. That's going to open this up. And the great thing about this is I can add a memo, and this memo is not something that is saved. It's just for this particular printed memo or this printed invoice. Maybe I just want to say thank you, or maybe there's pertinent information. Maybe they have an appointment coming up, okay, as a reminder. And then all I have to do is go ahead and click on print. It's going to bring me up a PDF of an invoice. One other thing too that you can note is that if you ever want to put your logo on the invoice itself, you can do that by contacting Cycle directly, and they're going to be able to help you out by getting the invoice put right on, the logo put right on your invoices. So as you can see, I have the batteries, quantity 3, unit price is $5 each, coming up to $10 because I have this discount on there. So everything is listed there. And then also the memo that I wrote in, that's going to be right here. You're going to be able to see that. I can give this right to the patient. If they want to pay right away for these, I'd want to go over here to the left-hand side where it says payment, select that button there, put in the amount. There is a total amount button, which I'm going to use here. Otherwise, if you want to, you can do multiple payments. If someone can't afford to pay everything right at once, you can always split that up. In this case, it's just battery, so it's going to be very viable for them to pay right away. And then in the payment type, it'll have all the different types that you can choose from. And just so you know, you won't be able to add any other types, but this should cover everything that you need to put in here. I'm going to say that they're going to pay with cash. And for you too, if you guys are doing all of your billing right through Cycle, you can put in credit cards and use a scanner, and then you'd be able to type in their full card number. Otherwise, what you can do is put a little note in here, paid in full, and then you can put the last 4 digits of their number right in here, their credit card number, and then go ahead and click on save. This will change our total, which was $10, now to being $0, and I'm all set. And so the other thing that you can note too is that, again, I had to save this, so I'm going to go ahead and click on save. If you're in a Cent account, you're only able to delete or delete all if you have specific rights, if it is in the same day that you created that invoice. So if you created the invoice today and then you waited to delete the invoice tomorrow, you won't be able to. And so you have to do it because Cycle, or because Ascent does all of their billing at 12 o'clock every night. They close all their billing. You have to make sure you're making those types of deletions or changes the same day. So that's something I wanted to note. Otherwise, if you're not in a Ascent account, you can make changes at any time. Alrighty, so we're all set there. I'm going to go ahead and click save. Nothing else is owed, and so you're all set, and that's how you do a basic purchase in Cycle. Thank you very much for your time. Hope this was helpful, and in our next video, we're going to be talking about creating appointments.